Is that your best guesstimate, 130 billion?
The 130 number is broadly in line with the catastrophe scenarios that the Lloyd's insurance market uses. They run two different catastrophe scenarios for Florida, one with a valuation of an industry loss of $131 billion and another with an industry loss of 134. And those are seen pretty much as worst-case scenarios. In some ways, it follows a route. One of them, the first one, follows a route not so dissimilar to Hurricane Andrew, but including a direct hit on Miami. So that's why you get these very inflated figures.
Put it in a historic context. John.
Well, if you were to take Hurricane Andrew in terms of current dollar value, so inflation adjusted, you would have a loss of somewhere around $27 billion. Similarly, if you were to look at Hurricane Katrina, you're looking there at a loss of possibly around 80 billion, including the flood insurance program losses. But what makes the issue difficult for the insurance industry, where Florida's concerned, is that you've seen continued very high levels of development, a big increase in the Florida population over that time span, and as a result of that, the insured values just keep rising.
And Charles, when an event like this happens, what is the sort of split between residential and industrial or corporate claims? I mean, is it usually more businesses that are filing claims? I think we talked about earlier that a lot of the individuals in Florida don't necessarily have flood insurance, for example.
I think we'll see that this will be a rather different loss to the one we saw in Texas. Texas was a very unusual event in that so much of the damage was done by rainfall and then by flooding. And in that instance, as you saw, many people found that their properties were not insured, and only some properties were insured by the flood protection program. I think when you're looking at a Category 5 or a Category 4 storm that's going to be hitting or potentially hitting Florida, obviously there's still time for the direction and course to change, then you're going to see more wind damage, and the wind damage is the area in which you see insurers and reinsurers offering protection. And that's going to be spread right the way across both residential and commercial property.